Alright, what's up, folks? Pretty sure no one's in quite just yet. But ETH's at 4K, thought I'd live stream a bit, talk to the people. So, I'm gonna let a few guys trickle in before I get going here. What up, everyone? ETH's at 4K. ETH at 10K, hell yeah. Congrats, everyone. Congrats, y'all. ETH's at 10K, or 10K, 4K. I can't wait to make that live stream. ETH at 10K. I won't have to shave my head. I know some of y'all people think I'm bald. Some of y'all conspiracy theorists. Yes, crazy times. ETH's at 4K. Folks, look. I remember, did you wake up messing? I did wake up messing. Unfortunately, France has him. So, you know, he was unpersuaded by my efforts to, you know, to get him up. I know I should wake him up. I know I should. But no, it's okay. Messing had a long day, so we'll let him chill in France. I don't know. He's probably watching the Eiffel Tower or something. So, folks, ETH's at 10K here. Look, we're gonna do a bit of TA and some stuff here. I even got some low cap gem stuff for you guys, but I'm gonna just tweet out the link, let our Discord know we're going live, and then let's delve into some stuff here. If you guys got any questions, leave it down in the comments below. So, ETH's up for $4,000. This is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy, folks. So, a few things to discuss here. Me and Messin, we've both been saying for a while now on the channel that we think ETH is quite overextended, and we believe it is. And while it's awesome that ETH is going up, it's over 4K, and you know, maybe it could continue to rip up. But it's just the nature of markets that whenever we have run-ups, we have corrections. Run-ups, correction. Run-up, correction. Run-up, correction. We've had quite a substantial run-up. We still have not had a correction. So, some we can look at to understand this state of Ethereum is Ethereum dominance. Because if Ethereum dominance starts to chill out here, then that's our cue that ETH is going to chill out here. But we're not. We're just steadily rising. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance, see if what pops up here with Bitcoin dominance. Okay, let's see. Oh, people, are you guys still on SafeMoon? Okay, so here's the thing, folks. Bitcoin dominance is consolidating. This is concerning because if we were to have a shift in the market structure, first we would see a consolidation with Bitcoin dominance. If we start to see daily candles rise and make higher highs with Bitcoin dominance, that's our cue that the market is shifting from alts to Ethereum. Now, I've been trying to say this on the channel, and I'm actually going to keep saying this, which I think, especially with Bitcoin being above that 50 SMA on the daily and making a new recent high, if Bitcoin decides to rip up, 10K, that will place the dampers on the altcoins, folks. If we keep making new highs with Bitcoin dominance starts to shift, especially after Ethereum has had such a massive run up, I think a bit of a cool off with Ethereum is well warranted. So I just, take profits on alts. I'm not telling you guys what to do. Sure, it makes sense to take profits, 100%. Yeah, if you're up on stuff, taking profits makes sense. Now I'm a long-term hodler. Okay, I don't mind holding through dips. If ETH dips, if I hadn't already bought all the ETH I could, I'd just buy more. So I'm not worried about an ETH dip. I think we could easily correct down to maybe 3,000 or something and be absolutely fine. I wouldn't be worried at all about ETH. Any correction with ETH would be well welcome. Great potential buying point. So let's see what some of you guys are saying. Welcome to the live stream, folks. I was working on a bit of research for a video I wanted to put out on Decentr. I wanted to show you guys that project, so maybe we can go over a few of the stuff I wanted to mention for tomorrow's video. What are your thoughts on ETC after ETH going to 4K now? Look, ETC, I don't really like it much, but as a trade, could it make you some money? Maybe. Just looking at that price action though, I don't like this because we've had such a massive run up. Now, I'm glad we actually took a look at this price action. I'm glad you asked me this question now, because we're clearly forming a wedge. And so what this means is we're reaching an apex, which means we're soon going to break out explosively. ETC is soon going to pick a direction, and ETC will soon decide whether it's a consolidation before the next move up, or whether it's this parabolic growth that we've had is rather unsustainable and we're going to have a pullback. Like, look at this. This is quite parabolic, and I don't like ETC. Why would you own ETC when you could own ETH? But again, look, as a trade, maybe it can make you some money. So let's take a look here at the daily. Yeah, folks, I'd say within the next day or two, this breaks out. Within the next day or two, this could break out within the next few hours. Whatever way we break out of this thing will be very telling for direction. Yeah, so we have like a day max before we break out. Look, if we break out above this white trend line, make a higher high above here, then okay, then we could probably see bullish continuation, and maybe it makes sense to hodl. But I'd say if we start to break down below this white trend line, fall below key volume, key support here at $118, then I'd be worried that we're not going to correct quite further. If we drop below $1.18, next major support is $95. Again, $100 might act as temporary support as well. Volume there, it's a nice psychological level. But if we start to break down from this white trend line here, then we could break down quite a lot further, because we've had a massive impulse. So I also, yeah, those are my thoughts. I don't really like ETC much as a in terms of fundamentals and a long-term hold. But when it comes to trading, if you're just trying to swing trade this or just trying to make money, again, this might be very interesting in terms of just a making money trade. But in terms of long-term investing, I'm not a fan of ETC. ETH hitting 10K this year. I do think ETH is heading. SafeMoon, it's good. SafeMoon is definitely not good. Look, I've not heard much about. I don't know much about SafeMoon, but I've been hearing a lot about it. And look, folks, these meme coins. I hate to say this. I don't mean to be rude, but it's the reality. It's a dumb money move. It's a dumb money play, especially if it's had a massive run up. Look, the people who've been in Dogecoin for a while, months and years. I mean, shout out to those folks. They made the money, right? But if you're getting into Dogecoin today at 70, 40 cents, whatever it may be, like, that's just a dumb money move. There's safer plays, and there's other plays that have a higher ROI potential, at least potentially. Like one project I want to show you guys maybe a little bit later in the live stream, Decentr here. Mention some interesting things about this project. Like, for example, Decentr I think has a much higher ROI potential than a lot of these other high caps. And I think there's but if you're not looking for high ROI and maybe a safer play, then there's safer plays than Dogecoin. So Dogecoin at this point I don't think doesn't make any sense. There's safer plays if you're looking for something safe, and there's plays with higher ROI potential if you're looking for high ROI. So at this point, anyone in Doge is just dumb money, in my opinion. But look, the people who've been in Doge for a while, months and years, they're the smart money. Hey, I didn't get into Doge. Doge was an absolutely great investment if you've been in a while. What are your thoughts on ETC? Yeah, but they did for sure. Quality projects out there. Yeah, folks, there's tons of quality stuff out there. So let's start taking a look here at ETH a bit. What's ETH saying? So we're above 4,000. That's crazy, folks. I remember when I started buying ETH, it was around like $400. It's in like a 10x since I've started accumulating. So a few things here. We formed this ascending triangle, right? And we broke out bullishly. And if we take the height of our ascending triangle and move that to the breakout point, yeah, could we go to, say, 4,300? I think so. I think ETH could definitely impulse to 4,300. Now, I had some fib levels that I like very much that seem to have disappeared on this chart. But that's okay, because I'll just show you guys how I draw my Fibonacci extensions. So, one thing to look at here. Where's ETH going? Where's the next move for ETH? Well, there's a few things we can do here. So, I like drawing Fibonacci extensions to try and kind of guesstimate, or I mean guesstimate's maybe not the right verbiage, but estimate where things could go when they're impulsing, okay? And how you draw a Fibonacci extension is that you draw it from a bottom, from the bottom of an impulse here to the top. Make sure I get that right. Top to the bottom of a retracement. Okay, and that gives you some levels that are likely to act as support and resistance moving forward. Let me lock that up so I don't move it. All right, so let's see where we could impulse to. Yeah, see? See, and I love when a fib level kind of lines up closely with, you know, the height of our ascending triangle, because it just gives us confluence of reasons to think that this region here at about 4,200, 4,300 is reasonable. So I do think ETH, if it could hold 4K, we're impulsing up to 42, 4,300. I think that's the next move for Ethereum here. So you're smarter than Elon? I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I would just say at this point, again, there's plays that I think have higher ROI and safer plays. So whether you're looking for a safe investment or a high ROI potential, investment, I think there's better picks than Doge at this point. There's not really much backing Doge except Elon's tweets. Now, look, if he starts, I hear he accepts Bitcoin for his cars. So if he starts, you know, accepting Dogecoin as payment, then hey, then that's some fundamentals. But look, you know, Doge is a coin held by weak hands and whales that will very easily take profits once the market starts to dump. Look, Dogecoin is just a recipe for quick dumpage. Right now, we're in a bull market, and it could continue to go up. It could continue to make money, people money. That's 100% possible. But once the bear market does come, it will crash hard. And for me, just the risk to reward ratio makes no sense with Doge. There's coins with better fundamentals, coins with potentially higher ROI, just whatever way you slice it. Looking at Doge does not make any sense now. Now, 6 months ago, Doge made a lot of... Why am I talking so much about Doge? You guys got me talking about Doge. Who even talked about Doge? But look, 6 months ago when Doge was like half a penny, a tenth of a penny, yeah, that would have been a great investment. Doge at 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents is not a great investment. In my opinion, not financial advice. Could be wrong. So, what are you guys saying here? Thoughts on Superfarm? I like Superfarm. He is not going to accept Doge. I will pay anyone 10K if he does. Yeah, man, look, I don't know. Let's take a look at Doge. Where's Doge at? What are you saying, Doge? Didn't it dump after SNL? It did. Yeah, it's at 53 cents. Yeah, folks, look. Look at this. Come on, guys. Have some respect for yourself. Don't buy this. Don't buy it. Not financial advice. That's not... I'm not a financial advisor. Hey, I could be wrong. Look, this could go on 10x, 50x from here. I highly doubt it will, but... I mean, then again, I wouldn't have guessed it would get here either, so... there you go. That's that. Damn, ETH just keeps ripping up, huh? Yeah, I think we're seeing 42, 4,300 ETH. So, look, since I'm talking so much smack here about Doge, and I'm always, you know, I'm saying, oh, there's higher ROI, trades out there. Well, why don't I share with you guys one of these potentially higher return on investment plays? So, one project I like, I've been talking about it in the live streams. I've been talking about it in our VIP Discord group. If you guys want to join our VIP Discord group, you get access through our Patreon down in the description below. Is Decentr deck here, folks. This is a low cap gem, 27 million. All right, this is essentially a competitor to Basic Attention Token. Very interesting things going on with this thing on multiple fronts. Now, if we take a look at the technicals, we are seeing bullish breakouts, although we can draw several trend lines here that will act as resistance moving forward. But a few things to note with this thing. So what's coming in Q2 here? They have a Tor integration. They have an inbuilt VPN, inbuilt ad blocker, standalone beta browser, and mainnet launch. So folks, they have a browser that aims to reward their users by giving discounts on products in their marketplace if you use their browser. So folks, Google, if you use Google, they're taking your data, they're selling it to advertisers, and they're pocketing all their money. Something like Decentr, something like BAT aims to, give people back some value for their attention, for using their browser, for collecting, for your data. That's what these protocols aim to do. Pay you for your data. Basic Attention Token is trying to do that, although it doesn't really seem to have a whole lot of development. I personally like Decentr. They seem to have a lot of development, a lot of things coming up. They're also so much lower market cap, and they have giant catalysts this month. Mainnet and their beta browser for Windows. Folks, this is going to be a giant quarter for this low cap gem that's in the beginning stages of breaking out of some of our resistance levels. So I really like this thing. This is an example of a play that I think has a higher ROI potential than Doge and has fundamentals. Doge is a joke backed by Elon Musk and his tweets. This is a project that aims to solve one of the largest problems in the world by giving value back to users who produce data on browsers. There's a massive deficit in the world today. Google just steals all our data and makes money off it, while something like Decentr is trying to give you money for your data by giving you discounts on products on their marketplace if you use their browser, and you kind of accrue value by using their browser. So I like this thing a lot. This is an example of a higher ROI play, in my opinion. An example of a safer play, Ethereum, Chainlink. Almost anything is safer than Dogecoin, this precarious coin that's propped up by Elon Musk's tweets. Again, folks, I don't mean to insult anyone, but it's really just dumb money getting in at this point. Now, a few interesting things I wanted to mention with Decentr are their tokenomics. They have very interesting tokenomics. So with Decentr here, they have large swaths of their supply locked up for extended periods of time. 400 million is held in reserves forever in case of hacking or something like that. Anyway, so that 400 million will never be added to the circulating supply. And let's actually take a look at Decentr supply here. And we'll touch back to ETH, but look, the supply here, the max supply is 1 billion. Okay, 400 million will be forever locked up. The circulating supply is 73 million. Okay, and if we take a look here back at the supply, 180 million will be locked up for 18 years, 70 million for 2.5, 70 million for 3 years. So the vast majority of the supply will be locked up for years, and nearly half will be locked up forever, basically. So interesting tokenomics with this thing. Now, another reason why I like Decentr here is because look at BAT. Let's take a look at the market cap of Basic Attention Token. $2.2 billion is the market cap of Basic Attention Token, and again, the market cap of Decentr here, 27 million. So if this thing gets any kind of traction, any kind of hype, could this thing one day, have a market cap in the hundreds of millions, maybe 1.1 or 2 billion, if Basic Attention Token goes on to do a few X's, maybe. So yeah, no, that's why I like this project, folks. I've gone heavily into this thing recently, and we've been talking about this with our VIP Discord members for quite a while. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. Let's take a look back at Ethereum here. What is ETH saying? Yeah, we just keep pumping, huh? All right, let's see. Let's take a look at our indicators here. What are our indicators saying? Buy VeChain, going to the moon. I like VeChain. So let's take a look here at the hourly. Oh, look at this. Ooh, interesting. I like what I'm seeing here. We are looking strong. So, a few things, folks. Okay. So, I wonder how well this will line up. I think it will line up well. Ooh, right here. Okay. I want to give you guys a little bit of a lesson in TA real quick here. So, right here, this candle, this green candle. Oh, no. This is what I want to do. Right here. There you go. You stay there. All right. Let's say you were looking at the RSI for ETH here on the hourly chart, and you were trying to time when we might break out, if we break out. You could have drawn a trend line here on the RSI, and as soon as we saw bullish divergence, that coincided exactly to when we saw bullish divergence in price action here. So folks, following our indicators can be very, very telling for next major move. See, this green candle right here coincides perfectly for when we saw our bullish divergence on the RSI. So as soon as we saw a little bit of bullish divergence on our RSI here on the hourly, that would have been our cue that ETH was likely to break out bullishly here. So very interesting. Hourly MACD looking strong. Everything looks strong. 1 hour looks strong for ETH here. So what do you think about Solana? I like Solana. Solana's run up quite a lot. Look, I'm not chasing Solana. I'm at this point. Look, I'm so I'm in a lot of stuff where even if I continue to miss the boat on Solana, I'm okay with that. But I like Solana. I think it will continue to do well. I'm not getting into it personally. And if I miss out on it, I'm okay with that. ETH gang, yeah, ETH's ripping. I'm not chasing it either. Yeah, look, Solana. Look at this impulse, guys. Like, come on. Let's take a look at the daily. Like, yeah, like I gotta have some self-respect. I can't chase this top here. So, like, I would want to wait for a pullback. If we had a decent pullback, maybe Solana would look more interesting. But look again. I mentioned earlier in the live stream, Bitcoin dominance is starting to settle. All right, Bitcoin is starting to look strong here. We're above the 50 SMA on the daily. We're making new highs. Bitcoin's looking strong, and Bitcoin dominance is starting to settle. If Bitcoin starts to rip up and makes quick moves to the upside, if Bitcoin quickly jumps up 5, 10K, that will place the dampers on the altcoins. It will affect the Bitcoin pairings. It will affect where liquidity is moving in the market. It will affect sentiment. It will affect Bitcoin dominance. So understand that if Bitcoin starts to rip up, the temporary dampers will be placed on a lot of the altcoins. And while altcoins will temporarily suffer if Bitcoin rises, ultimately over the long term, we want Bitcoin to keep rising. We want Bitcoin to be healthy, because the higher Bitcoin goes, the higher the ceiling for the altcoins over the long term. In the short term, quick movements for Bitcoin aren't good, but over the long term, Bitcoin going higher raises the ceiling for all alts. So just understand, look, we've had such a massive drop in Bitcoin dominance here. A pullback to the upside is almost inevitable in my opinion. Your card starter pick was amazing. I got him because of you. I had a great time. Thanks. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad you got in. I should have listened to myself when I first started talking about card starting. I remember when I first started talking about it, it was at maybe like 13 or something. I was like, it's too late. I can't chase this pump. And then went on to like immediately 2 or 3x afterwards. I know. I should have listened to myself. But I got into aComphi. aComphi is a competitor to cards. Look, I think they're both fine. There's the only reason why I'm in aComphi over cards is because I sold cards while it was pumping and bought Acom while it was dumping. That was literally the only reason why I made that choice. But I think they're both good launch pads. Charlie 3 is another one I've been shilling on the channel that's really, really ripped up. So for those who don't know, Charlie 3 is a oracle for the Cardano ecosystem, and this thing has been this thing has been flying. I talked about this on the channel right when it first came out. I was talking about this in our VIP Discord group back when it was about $1. You guys can look at the screenshots. I was letting our members know that, hey, this thing looks interesting at about $1. So it's gone to nearly 2x since then. So yeah, this thing's looking strong, folks. And look, it's had a run up, might have a decent pullback, but my plan with the Cardano projects and the Cardano ecosystem is to start to take profits around August, around when Goguen launches. You know, like a lot of people take the approach, you buy the rumor, you sell the news. Like with Doge, for example, everybody knew that you know, Elon Musk was gonna host Saturday Night Live and probably mention Doge. That was a major news event, a major catalyst, and so the smart money bought the rumor and they sold the news. What did we see after SNL? A massive pullback after a major news event, major catalyst. So that often happens. I'm not going to say it's going to happen once Goguen launches, but I think Goguen launching is probably one of my first take profit areas in regards to Cardano in the Cardano projects. Like I'm holding Charlie 3, I hold some Cardano. I'm looking to take profits around August, around when Goguen launches. Because I do think there will be an anticipatory run-up and then likely sell-off afterwards. So yeah, look, this thing, I like Charlie 3. It might continue to rise, it might pump, I don't care. I'm holding this again until, you know, August or September. Yeah, interesting project, I like this thing. So what's ETH saying here? Oh, we just keep ripping, huh? We just keep ripping. So ETC gonna pump hard now? I mean, man, look, I don't know why people like chasing these pumps. Ultimately, with ETC, we're in this wedge. I'd say we're gonna break out within the next day or two, probably within the next day. Whatever way we break out of this wedge, that is our cue for what the next major direction is with ETC. Only thing I would add is, I mean, we've exploded so parabolically. I would be very worried about a further breakdown, further consolidation. But again, we won't know until we see what way we break out of this thing. Now, I want to pull up our chart here. So what our chart's saying. I want to see if we can find any major bullish or bearish divergence here. So let's take a look. Daily is starting to look weak for ETC. 12's weak. 6 hour. 6 hours not looking too bad. We're in a downtrend, but everything seems to be picking up. 6 hour, okay. Holding it together. 4 hours holding it together. 2 hours holding it together. Lower time frames look strong. Yeah, lower time. Look at this. Bullish divergence. Look at this. Look, I keep trying to hate on ETC because I don't like the fundamentals, but look, if you're just trying to swing trade some, you're just in it for the money, you don't really care about, you know, the long-term longevity, then fundamentals don't really matter. And you know, as a trade, as a short-term move, lower time frames look strong. But again, ultimately, we really just need to see what way we break out of this wedge for ETC. BTC trying to break it. Let's take a look here at BTC. Yeah, I think so. Look, if BTC makes a new higher high, we could really fly. Because look, Bitcoin's been very, very suppressed for a while. Ever since mid-April, Bitcoin's been down. So we've had, you know, almost a month of downward movement for Bitcoin. That's a decent amount of consolidation. That's enough for liquidity to build up. And look, isn't it funny how if we go to the daily here, how the consolidation periods roughly last the same amount of time? Like here, what was this? Maybe it's a bit subjective too, like 2 weeks, and then yeah, okay, maybe not the best example, but I feel like my intuition tells me that our consolidation periods have been roughly the same length. Yes, 22 days, 24 days. Yeah, so this has been actually a bit of a longer consolidation phase for Bitcoin here. Oh, did I move my fib? That's okay. Yeah, Bitcoin looks interesting. And again, folks, do not get caught off guard. If Bitcoin starts to rip up, it will place the dampers on the altcoins. Temporarily. ETH to 10K. Yeah, man, look, I think so. I've been saying for a while on this channel, I do think ETH is going to hit well over 10K this cycle this year. Do I know that for sure? Of course not. I could be wrong. You know, there's a few things I can mention here. as to why I think ETH's gonna hit over 10K here. And we have this running joke in our Discord too that I'm bald, but I don't know why people think I'm bald, but I'm not bald. And if ETH does not get over 10K this year, I will shave my head. That's how confident I am that I think ETH will get over 10K. But hey, look, not financial advice. I could be wrong. You know, I could be a bald person end of the year, right? So who knows? I'm confident, but again, market doesn't care what I think. Market does what it wants. I just think it's a high probability that ETH will hit over well over 10K. One of the reasons why I think ETH will hit over 10K is the ETH Bitcoin pair. So let's take a look at this. Oh, we're pumping. Yeah, okay. ETH looks strong. Alright, so let's zoom out here. Okay. So if we look back here at 2017, we see that Ethereum reached roughly 15% of what Bitcoin was worth last cycle. So if we just assume that Ethereum could do something similar this time, where it could reach maybe 15%, maybe 10%, maybe 8%, something in that range of whatever Bitcoin does this year, well, then you have to ask yourself, what could Bitcoin do this year? And I think, well, I don't know. I think Bitcoin has a good chance of reaching the hundreds of thousands. I think Bitcoin could reach $100, $200, $300,000 this year. So if Bitcoin's at 1, 2, 300,000, and Ethereum has a good chance of doing, 15, 10, 8% of whatever Bitcoin does, then that could easily place Ethereum in the tens of thousands of dollars. Now, one thing to be aware of as well is that what's likely going to happen, because this is what's happened in the previous cycles, is where Bitcoin reaches its peak, starts to crash, and then Ethereum and the altcoins will reach their peak. So really, it's like Ethereum is like to reach, maybe 10, 15% of Bitcoin after a correction. So, okay, maybe if Bitcoin reaches 150K, then I'll be confident that ETH is likely to hit 10K. That's kind of how I'm viewing the situation with ETH and Bitcoin. I think my my Ethereum price predictions for this cycle are fully based off whatever Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin reaches 100 or 200 or 300K, that will change what I expect for Ethereum. But I do think, look, folks, one thing as well, we're in a bull market right now. People are going to make money. At some point, I do think this bull market will end. At some point, I do think this bubble will pop. And now, look, some people don't think that will happen. Some people think we're in a super cycle. Some people think that the fundamentals for crypto have changed so much that we're more mature as an asset class, and we won't move at the way an immature market would in these boom and bust cycles. But look, I just don't think there's enough evidence to be convinced of that. Until proven otherwise, I will proceed with the belief that crypto will move in cycles, in boom and bust cycles, because that's how it's always moved. And sure, there's some theoretical arguments to suppose that it might not move in that way, but what do you give more weight to? Some theoretical, nice sounding, nice feeling argument that the institutions are here and crypto's being adopted, or the entire history of the way crypto's always moved, which is in these boom and bust cycles? I'm gonna go with the way it's always moved historically in these boom and bust cycles. So I do think at the end of this year, late third quarter, early fourth quarter, the likelihood of us beginning to top off and maybe enter a bear market really increases near the end of this year. So I'm a long-term holder, but near the end of this year I will start taking profits, and I'll let you guys know why and when. Not because you should just blindly follow what I should do, but my hope is if I mention some key factors, maybe you can do your own research and kind of grow and learn yourself. So yeah, those are my thoughts. When should I close my long position on ETH and wait for another long signal? Look, man, I can't tell you what to do, bro. Look, when it comes to trading, first off, trading is a whole different conversation than investing. So a few things you should do is you should keep an eye, well, I'm not telling you what to do, but what I would do is keep an eye on the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing, because we've been impulsing up. If we start to consolidate or if we start to break down, that's our cue that Ethereum is kind of done pumping. As well, taking a look at Ethereum dominance. If Ethereum dominance starts to consolidate and move down, that's our cue that ETH will stop pumping. If Bitcoin dominance starts to consolidate and move up, that's our cue that ETH will stop pumping. So, there's a few things we can look at here. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, but one thing I love doing that increases my win rate when it comes to trading, and one of my favorite strategies that I've incorporated into my trading strategy that has really helped me make a lot more winning trades, is that whenever I'm in a trade and it starts to go my way, I immediately put my stop loss in profit. That way, no matter what happens, I made a profitable trade. And sure, I may not make as much money if I hadn't put my stop loss in profit, but I didn't lose money. And so using that strategy, I've made a lot more profitable trades than I used to, and I don't lose money. And the key thing when it comes to trading is just not losing money. Just don't want to lose money, because once you lose money, you have to trade so much. You have to be right so much more often just to break zero, just to break even. So don't lose money when it comes to trading. Don't trade high leverage, especially if you're new. And incorporating putting your stop loss in profit strategy if you're ever up, or even a trailing stop loss, is definitely a strategy worth considering when it comes to trading. Up 500% on my ETH trade, not closing for a while. Good trades to everyone. Look, man, good for you. That's awesome. And look, ETH could continue to rip up. Again, I think 42 to 4,300 is our price target. If I were in an ETH long, I mean, not financial advice, but wink wink, I would probably take some profit around 42, 4,300. Not financial advice. Or, again, just place your stop loss in profit. That way, no matter what happens, you didn't lose money and you made a profitable trade. So, what's ETH price target? Yeah, 42, 4,300 I think is likely. Again, that's not a guarantee. And look, ETH could top off at 4,190 and top off there, right? But just based off our FID levels and the height of our triangle here, see if I can actually find the chart that I had. I think it's gone. Anyways, yeah, I think 42, 4,300 is our price target for Ethereum. What's your top 3 crypto exchanges? Well, I mean, I use a bunch of different exchanges. But what I will show to you guys is Atani, the channel sponsor. So folks, look, if you're anything like me, I'm probably signed up to like 24 or so exchanges, and we've been using Atani more on the channel, because what Atani does is that it connects all your exchanges through one dashboard, and you can buy and sell, do all your buying and selling through one dashboard. They have tutorials on their website easily explaining, it's very simple, how to connect your exchanges to Atani. So again, you don't have to sign into all these different exchanges if you're trying to make trades. You can just sign into Atani, you put in a 4-digit PIN, and you can make all your trades. Yeah, so it's non-custodial. Atani doesn't control anything. It's very easy to use. They also have kind of tax reporting features. So again, when it comes time to, if any of us are making gains here, eventually we're gonna have to start paying taxes. And so Atani has tax report features. So if you guys want to check out Atani, the link is down in the description below. Highly recommend Atani. We've been using it more and more, especially when it comes to taxes. I'm hoping that will really make our lives easier. Because look, people, you have to pay. Oh, by the way, Atani is free. It's down in the description below. If you just check out, it's ATANI. Yeah, folks, look, it's also free, by the way. Atani is free. We didn't mention that. We made a video about it. We should have mentioned that. It's totally free. It's an exchange aggregator. Instead of having to sign into like a bunch of different exchanges every time you want to make a trade, just connect them all at once. They have very easy tutorials on their website. And then they have tax reporting features. So when it comes time to do your taxes, you just click a button, and then all your worries are done. Yeah. So really like Atani. ETH really pulled a grand in a week. Yeah. What are your thoughts on SolStarter? Interesting idea. Look, at this point, I'm kind of spread out, folks. Like I'm already in everything I can. If I had, all the money in the world, I'd be in SolStarter just to get access to the brand new projects launching on SolStarter. But I'm not. I just kind of have to be selective in what I get into. So yeah, no, I like it, but I'm not in it. At least I like the idea. It's a launchpad on Solana. Thank you. Don't see it in your show notes. Here, I'll post. Okay, you're saying you're not seeing it. I'll post the link for Atani then here. Oh, you're right. It's not in the folks. My bad here. My bad. I've been saying I was lying to you guys. I said it was in the description. It's not in the description. Apologies for lying. So hold on here. I'll pull it up real quick while we kind of, you know, have a ETH 4K watch party. If you guys have any more questions, just post them down in the comments. So I left the link for Atani in the comments. Hey, what up, BitMoon? Link to 100? Sure, yeah, we'll talk about that, 100%. So yeah, guys, if you guys want to check out Atani, I just posted in the comments inside Exchange Aggregator that helps out with taxes. So hopefully make your guys' lives a lot more easier. But let's talk about Chainlink for a second here. So let's talk about Chainlink. Chainlink to $100. Oh, I like this question. I like this question a lot. Well, let me just outright answer you. I think that's very reasonable. I would not be the least bit surprised if we saw Chainlink at $100, you know, around the end of the year. You know, maybe not anytime soon, not next week, not next month, but over the next 5 or 6 months. Could we see a Chainlink at $100? Sure, I think that's pretty reasonable. A few reasons. So in terms of safe plays, I think Chainlink is my favorite safe play right now. I think it's the most undervalued high cap because if we take a look, oh, it's been moving up, by the way. Oh, look at this. Chainlink has been making moves. So I've been saying for a while, you know, Ethereum Classic was ahead of Chainlink. I think Ethereum Classic has no business being ahead of Chainlink. I think Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and XRP have no business being ahead of Chainlink. So I think Chainlink can move 4 spots up in the market cap rankings. Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, and XRP are jokes. If Chainlink is criminally undervalued. Those 4 projects should not be ahead of Chainlink whatsoever. Look, Chainlink is the thing that will allow the smart contract ecosystem to mature. That's every decentralized application, or at least the vast majority of them. That's DeFi. So is the thing that will allow decentralized applications in DeFi to grow and mature less valuable than Dogecoin? Definitely not. Definitely not. Every dollar in Dogecoin should be in Chainlink, in my opinion. Again, that's not financial advice, but I think Chainlink is fundamentally undervalued. I think in terms of the large caps, it's kind of the most undervalued, underappreciated. And right now, Chainlink looks super, super, super interesting because of the Chainlink Bitcoin pairing. Let's take a look here at the Chainlink Bitcoin pairing. Let's zoom out to the weekly chart of the Chainlink Bitcoin pairing. Let's take a look at what we're seeing. We had weeks, months, in fact, of consolidation with Chainlink against Bitcoin, and we finally broke out bullishly and we're making new higher highs, getting above major resistance. So all throughout this movement of Chainlink losing against Bitcoin, it's been pumping massively. So let's zoom in a bit here. So all this run up that we've seen with Chainlink has been wild. It's been losing against Bitcoin. So what could it do now that it's gaining against Bitcoin? So looking at the kind of the high caps, I think Chainlink deserves to be ahead 4 spots in terms of the top market cap coins. Looking at the Chainlink Bitcoin bearing, this is just the beginning of the bullish divergence we're seeing. I think we could reach these levels and higher this time around. So I'm very bullish on Chainlink. Although looking at just kind of the bare bones chart of Chainlink, we've had a massive impulse, and so I wouldn't want to FOMO in at the top. I would want to wait for a pullback, because again, folks, no matter how bullish something is, but we always have run up, pullback, 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 run up. And what have we not yet had? What do we always have before? Pullbacks. So I'm not saying Chainlink's gonna have a pullback now. It could continue to rip up a bit more and then pull back, but I wouldn't want to chase this pump. I would definitely want to wait for a pullback. And again, if Bitcoin starts to rip up, if we start to see that shift in Bitcoin dominance, the alts will have a pause, and that kind of will be our cue that Chainlink is, might have that pullback and might have that correction. So personally, I don't like chasing green candles. I want to wait for the pullback. I want to wait for the correction, with the understanding that we could very well continue to impulse up. So let's say I had $1,000 to invest in Chainlink. The approach I would take, not telling you what to do, I'd maybe put like 200, 250 in now. If we fall back more to these highs, put another 250. If we fall back down to these highs, put another 250, and so on and so forth. And maybe we form some consolidation pattern, some descending triangle, and if we break out and start making new higher highs, then I put in some more 50 once we get confirmation of the bullish trend reversal. So, you know, there's multiple ways you could dollar cost average. Ultimately, I don't like chasing pumps. I like buying fear. I like buying red candles. And with Bitcoin, pretty much, in my opinion, destined to at some point start ripping up. There will be a shift in the Bitcoin pairings. There will be a shift in where liquidity is moving. There will be a shift in Bitcoin dominance. And so there will probably be at some point, whether it's a week from now, a month from now, I don't know, the damper is placed temporarily on the altcoins. And so we may get a great buy the dip opportunity. It's good. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Hasn't corrected for weeks. Yeah. But yes, ultimately, I think $100 Chainlink by the end of this year is reasonable. Also, another thing as well, while these price circuits are, you know, nice to think about, I'm selling based off time frames. So, you know, stay tuned to this channel, folks. Once it does come, once I do decide to sell, I'll let you guys know why and when, and not because you should follow what I should do, but just to explain my reasoning. So we got a lot of stuff here. You're dumb if you don't own a full... Hey, let's be nice here. Should I sell and elevate and wait for a connection? Let's see. What are you guys saying here? BTC is trash? I tend to agree. I don't own any Bitcoin. Great content, dude. Thanks. Appreciate that, man. Hey, look, there's 241 of you guys. Folks, thank you all for being here. Do me that favor. Hit that like button. Share this. Subscribe. Click on every link in the description. I'll be a happy camper. But yeah, let's keep it going here. I'm gonna have to cut her at some point soon, but you know, it's kind of late for me. I am kind of tired, but ETH's at 4K. I had to hop on for you guys. Ooh, is ETH having a bit of a pullback here? Let's take a look. What are we saying? Let's take a look at the 5 minute. Ooh, ETH's overextended on the 5. We're gonna have a short-term pullback. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, we're below volume. Okay, so let me kind of explain my the way I could approach a scalp. I actually might even short this, to be honest. I could even short this on the live stream. Would you guys like to see that? How I trade? I could short this if I wanted. Because here's what I'm saying. We're a bit overextended. I'm talking about a scalp here, like something very, very just quick in and out. Nothing crazy. So look, we're below our major volume. We're clearly forming a base of support. If we start to break below that base, then we could probably break down further. We're seeing weakness on the 5, although the macro trend is bullish. So again, if I did short this, it would be like a very quick in and out thing. Yeah, bearish crossover in the 3 minute. Let's go to the 1. Ooh, 1 minute though. Oh, 1 minute. Yeah, no, I don't think I would. No, I think we might see a little bit of a pullback. 15. Yeah, even the 15 is looking weak. Yeah, I think we might see a bit of a pullback. Interesting. Okay. I might even just short Ethereum live on the live stream. Let's see here. I bought ETH at 1200 when it was what? I bought Ethereum 1200 when it was 3200. Just bought 700 more right now. You bought 700 ETH. Good for you. Should I sell it all now and wait for the dip? Hey man. Look, I can't tell you what to do, man. I don't know your situation. I don't know if you're a long-term holder, what your risk tolerances are. Oh, okay. One thing. Okay, so one thing that we look at for trying to understanding when we're gonna have breakdowns, and I don't mean to freak anyone out or pull anyone out of their positions. Okay, I'm just talking about how to approach a trade. Is that whenever we're impulsing, we take a look at what EMAs closely hug the impulse, and as soon as we start to break down from some impulses, that's our cue that we could probably see a breakdown. Like look at this impulse here. We fell back down, retested 20 EMA here on the 1 minute. We held it as support. We're finally breaking down from it, and now we're retesting our second EMA here. So if we start to break, yeah, this is looking bearish for the short term. Like I'm talking like very quick. Like I'm talking about a scalp trade here, folks. I'm not talking about any macro movements. I'm talking about very micro short term bearish because we broke down from our EMA. We're below volume. Had an impulse, bit overextended. We're breaking down from key support. If we break down from kind of 4,041, I would enter a short as a scalp. Probably target this volume here. Very quick in and out. And I don't recommend this at all. Like I would be looking as for a 0.8% move to the downside, 1% move to the downside, like a quick in and out scalp. Yeah. I might not even do it. It's just, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. This does look interesting though. So, oh, a lot of stuff, a lot of comments here. Let's see what you guys are saying. Been holding for 4 years, still plan on holding for a few more years. Cool, man. Look, I think there will be a boom and bust cycle. I think there will be a bear market, but I think ETH's a great long-term hold regardless. If you come back in 5 years, I think ETH's going to be many tens of thousands. I think in 5-6 years, ETH could easily be 100,000. But in 5-6 years after a bear market, what's the advice you can give to a new investor who wants to stay ahead of the game? Well, I can't give advice, but hey, man, stay tuned on this channel. You know, you pick up on a few things here and there. You know, I mentioned this chart, I mentioned this thing you should look at, I mentioned this indicator. All of a sudden, you learn a few more things. So, I also join our Discord. Our Discord has an investing resource section, a trading resource section, a general resource section, and we always post news stories. So if you guys want to learn a few things about trading and investing, check out our Discord group. We have different resource sections, and we talk to our Discord members regularly. So join our Discord. And look, everyone's doing different things, folks. Like some people are interested in trading, some people are interested in investing, some people have a lot to invest, some people have a little bit to invest, some people have a high risk tolerance, some people have a low risk tolerance, some people are looking to hold for a week, some people are looking to hold for a decade. So that's what it's you know, I can't give like just general, should I do this or that, because everyone's situation is very different. Hello, sir. When do you think ETH is going to have a pullback? Like I said, I think we're forming a micro descending triangle. We're impulsing up, breaking below support. ETH could have a pullback within the next 10 minutes. What do you think of SafeMoon? I haven't heard much. From what I have heard, I don't like it. It's a meme coin. Do not chase meme coins. Meme coins are a dumb money move. I don't mean to be rude, folks. Look, as a trade, if you're emotionless and if you understand the risks involved, then sure, as a trade, maybe it could make you some money. But I don't like it. I don't like these meme coin plays. It's a dumb money play move, folks. Like, you know, the smart money got in first when it was worth nothing and nobody knew about it, and then dumb money FOMOs in because they think it can pump, and it does pump, and maybe it can make you some money. But yeah, Shiba coins, same situation. I'm not touching that stuff. Again, maybe as a trade, maybe I throw 1% of my portfolio in it as a trade if I really felt like it. But there's so many good projects out there. I'm definitely not allocating my money. Oh, we're breaking out bullishly. Never mind this. So I see. Then look at this. Because we're breaking out bullishly right now, I'm not even looking at a long. I'm signing into my exchange right now. I'm not even just long this. I'm not telling you what to do, but I am going to long this. Actually, no. I'm gonna wait for confirmation. I'm gonna wait to see where this 1 minute closes. I'm gonna wait to see if we're gonna remain above 4,058. Yeah, I don't want to FOMO, but look, I was looking at a short, but if we continue to break out and hold above the breakout point, hold above this price action here, then I'm wrong. This could continue to bump. So let's see how this behaves. I need 3x my money this bull run, and I don't like to take many risks. What should I invest in? Again, not financial advice, man, but I just said, you know, earlier in the live stream right now, I think Chainlink is the best combination of safe and high ROI. I think it's very undervalued fundamentally, and if looking at the charts, ooh, this is very interesting. See, this is why you wait for confirmation. See how I just wanted to FOMO in because we broke up bullishly, but now I'm waiting for confirmation because depending what way these candles, see, I knew as soon as I wanted to FOMO, I knew I was wrong. I want to wait for a few candles. I want to see how we react off the breakout point. Will this hold the support? Will we trend back downwards? Never FOMO. So again, like Chainlink, let's say we do get a bear market and everything goes down 80%, 90%. I would feel very comfortable holding Chainlink for the next 5-10 years. Not financial advice. I think Chainlink could 3x easily this year. But again, it might not. What if only 2.5x's and you don't sell because you were looking for a 3x, right? So yeah, those are my thoughts. Also, 1 inch, we can take a look. See, look at this. This is breaking down. This is why you don't FOMO, folks. See, I knew as I wanted to FOMO, I was wrong. You want to wait for further confirmation because now we're below the breakup point. This is fully a fake out. Oh, look. Yeah, look at this. We wanted to break out bullishly. We couldn't. Oh, I'm looking at a short now. I'm thinking about a short because we tried to break out bullishly. It was a fake out. If this 1 minute candle closes where it's at, below that cluster of volume, I'm shorting this. I'm in a short. Actually, again, no FOMO. I want, what's FOMO? Fear of missing out. Not financial advice, not financial. I know, man. I know. It's just, I don't want to get kicked off YouTube, right? Like, I say what I'm legally allowed to say. The way I kind of try and preface things is, you see, look, this is breaking down. Yeah, this looks bearish. Yeah. Let me see here. Hold on, folks. Do I have, I don't even, what? Oh, the transfer didn't go through. Okay, I don't even have money in my trading account right now. Well, looks like I'm missing this trade. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not chasing this trade. I think my entry is kind of right here under this SMA. See, we broke below our second exponential moving average that we hugged during our impulse. See how we hugged this and we held it as support during our impulse, and we're breaking down from this now. Yeah, ETH's going to continue to dump. This looks weak. We tried to break out. We tried to have a bullish crossover. We couldn't. Heavy rejection. Bullish breakout. Market was like, we're not bullish right now. We're bearish. And we're clearly seeing that. Look at these 3 candles. This closes like this. This is, there's a name for these, for this candle formation. 3. Whenever we have 3 red candles, like that, it's very bearish. It's going to break down further. So first off, I'm missing this trade. We're probably going to go up and retest this EMA here and get rejected off it and go for our next leg down. Will ETH pull back soon? Yes, I think so. FOMO keeps me awake in this market. And yeah, look, folks, don't miss a trade. So I actually didn't have funds in my one trading account that I'm signed into on my other screen here. So no, it's fine. It's fine to miss a trade, folks. There's a million opportunities in crypto. Don't you know? I'll wait. There's going to be 1,000 other great trades. So there's no need to FOMO into this thing. Pump chasers are often bag holders. 100%. Breathe. Breathe, my friend. Yeah, man. No, look, if you guys can tell, I get a little excited. ETH 1 trillion market cap soon? I think so, man. Look, I can't tell you what the long. I'm talking about a short right here. Nobody's asking me about a long. Retest 4K. Yeah, I think it's plausible. Especially if, oh, okay. See, this candle can signal a reversal point. Yeah. So yeah. See, look. This is very interesting. See how I said this candle can signal a reversal point, and we're now reversing. Now something. Okay. So I'm actually gonna change this pattern, because I think what we may be doing now actually is something closer to this. So I think this is more of a channel now, because it did look originally like a descending triangle, but at this point we're so choppy within that descending triangle that I'm like, nah, we're not respecting that descending triangle. So I think this is more of a channel. The market's telling us, no, say your pattern is invalid. This is more valid. This kind of range. So one thing here, if we continue to form a descending channel and then break above our trend line on top, break above resistance on top, that's a bull flag. That's a bullish pattern. When exchange are you using? I use Atani, the channel sponsor. Check out Atani. Now, but look, to trade, I use Bybit. We have a Bybit link, but be very careful. Trading leverage is extremely risky. I do not recommend it to new people. Anyone who asks what exchange are you using, you probably should not be trading leverage. I do not mean that to be insulting. I mean that because I actually like you, and just based off statistics, the vast majority of new people lose money trading. So, you know, not trying to be rude, but new people lose at trading statistically. So I'm actually trying to be nice when I say that, because look, I come across it as rude when I try and explain the risks as leverage trading, but it's not meant to be rude, folks. I'm trying to help you guys, because I've lost money. Look, I've made money trading, I've lost money trading, and I know what it's like. I know how long it takes to get good at it. And so if people are asking basic questions, then you're probably a noob, and you probably shouldn't be leverage trading. What program is this? This is the aMillionortheMoon program, bro. Like, subscribe. Hey, Hey, no shilling. Don't be asking people for to send you money, bro. BitBoy says 27J. I don't know what that means, man. Thoughts on PancakeSwap Solana? Look, as trades are interesting. Not a giant fan of the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem long term. Can do XRP? Sure, can do XRP. Why not? Let's do XRP. Why not? All right, I'm gonna go to bed soon here, folks. It is late, but I'll stick around with you guys for a moment just because ETH at 4K. Look, here's the thing too. Like ETH, I got a special place in my heart for ETH. When I started this thing, ETH was at like $300, $400 when I first started really getting into crypto. And how I wish I would have bought a lot more back then, but I'm just remembering, like trying to think back of what it was like back in the day. And like I was hearing like, oh, ETH could do so many X's, and you know, you thought it could, but you don't really know until it happens. And the fact that it's now happening, that I was right, you know, from months ago, you know, is just crazy to see. So, a few things here with XRP. So I'm not really keeping up to date with the state of the lawsuit, but if there's any kind of news, any kind of settlement with that, if that lawsuit gets settled, then XRP could fly. Now, I don't like the fundamentals of XRP because that lawsuit, I mean, XRP dumps on the market. And I know that's built in the tokenomics and people understand that, but it's just a dumb money play at this point, folks. Like, XRP's, again, and look, I could end up being wrong about this. I could very well end up being wrong about this, but XRP is a dumb money play at this point. Like, look, XRP, because look, during the first stages of this channel, way back in the day, I actually liked XRP. I was buying XRP at the shit out of XRP at 20 cents, 25 cents, 30 cents. Not $1.60. Definitely not $1.60. At 20, 30 cents, XRP made a lot of sense to me. At $1.60, XRP makes a lot less sense to me, even as a trade. Because again, I think there's safer trades than XRP, and I think there's trades that can make you more money than XRP. So, you know, with a project with such dubious fundamentals as XRP, who knows? Now, look, with that being said, again, it could continue to go up. It could continue to make people money. So, as a trade, if you don't really care about the fundamentals and hey, look, I'm just trying to make money here, then sure. Then XRP is interesting, I guess. So a few things here. I'll draw a fib in a moment, but I think the key thing we need to look out for in the short term is this cluster in volume at $1.58. If we start to break below that, then I think we can start to really break down further here. Now, a few things here. I think we can draw this. So, here. So I think XRP was forming this kind of wedge formation. We had a fake out. So if we start to fall below our volume here, then we could break below our wedge and probably retest $1.38. So really, if $1.58 doesn't hold, I think $1.38, $1.40 is very possible for XRP. Yeah, a few things here. I think I can draw. Yeah, no, I don't want to get too much. I'm honestly not a fan of XRP. Those are my thoughts with XRP. I've been mining Ethereum on my laptop using solar power, thinking of upgrading my solar and adding a laptop. I mean, Ethereum's moving to proof of stake soon, man. I don't know if I'd be investing in Ethereum mining hardware. Ethereum's moving to proof of stake soon. Sir, if I'm planning to hold ETH, don't call me sir, I'm not a sir. I'm planning to hold ETH like 2 years. Should I be concerned when to buy, or does it matter? I think, look, man, all depends on your investment horizon. I think there will be a boom. We are in a boom cycle. I think there will be a bust cycle. I think there will be a bear market. So my plan is to sell the top and buy the bottom, and that's, you know, easier said than done. But I think I know enough to do it. So just, I'd say proceed with the understanding that at some point near the end of this year, the bull market will probably end, and there will be a bear market and probably years of correction consolidation. But after then, there will be a bull market. Crypto is always moving these 4-year cycles based off Bitcoin and the halvings. It's always done it, and it might change, but will it be gone completely? I don't think so. So I plan on selling, near the end of this year, moving the stable coins, stake them, earn yield, and then buy back the dip September, October 2022. September, October 2022 is when I plan to buy back into the market and buy a shit ton of Ethereum. Yeah, so this might change, but in terms of my current plans as to what to buy back, again in the bear market, so far Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Kusama, Chainlink. I'll probably buy some launch pads too. Those are some of the big ones. 1 inch. I'll probably buy some exchanges during the bear market. Those are some of a few of the projects I plan to buy back into September, October 2022. So I plan to start selling heavy September, October this year, and then buy back in a year later, and stake stable coins for a year. When should I buy? Because I just started. Look, I can't tell you what to do, but stay tuned to this channel. We talk about why and when we buy and sell, so you can learn based off the kind of things we look at here. So let's take a look here at Ethereum. What are we saying here? Yeah, so it seems like we're still respecting our channel here. Yeah, and so a few things here. As long as Bitcoin remains above that 50 SMA, we're healthy. And ETH could have a substantial correction and still be very healthy. Like, let's take a look at the chart real quick. Let's take a look at the weekly for Ethereum. Alright, so let's zoom out a bit here. So this is quite parabolic. Okay, we could have a substantial correction. We could have a 32% correction with ETH, and it would still be fine. It would still be quite healthy. So let's see what a 32% correction from now would look like. 32, 32, 32. So we could fall all the way back to down 2,700, 3,000. Yeah, so I think, honestly, if we did have a pullback, I think we could easily fall down to 3,000 and still be perfectly healthy. Because look, we're still making macro higher lows and higher highs. Now, I'm not saying it's likely, but what I am saying is that whenever we have an impulse, we have a pullback, even in a bull market. Now, the impulse could go on past what we thought it would, but nothing impulses forever. We always have an impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback. Very large impulse, and what have we not had? Pullback. So that's what I'm looking out for. Yeah, no, so what are you guys saying here? You only have to pay taxes. Just sign up for Italian regardless, folks. Make your life easier. So you aren't selling at the end of the cycle, you were just converting the stablecoins? Well, yeah, that's what it is to sell. Yeah, no. Look, I'm gonna, sell and move into fiat based off the things I need to buy. If I need to buy things, sure, I'll move into fiat. But I plan on keeping as many stable coins as I can hold on to after I pay taxes and stuff. And yeah, just stake them on things like Celsius, things like Anchor Protocol. Okay, so I'll leave you guys with this too. Anchor Protocol. This is one project I own, and not financial advice, but I do own this. I do like this project quite a lot. So Anchor is a kind of derivative, an offshoot of the Terra Luna ecosystem. All right, and so what Anchor Protocol does is it allows you to earn 20% APY on your stablecoins. That is unheard of, folks. Banks pay you like what, 0.5% a year if you're lucky. The dollar is being devalued at a greater rate than what banks pay you. Anchors is giving you 20% fixed interest on your stablecoins. So I plan to sell the end of this year, or starting to sell heavily September, October, and then literally just place my money in Anchor Protocol and earn 20% a year. I'm going to keep reinvesting it too, so it'll be compound interest. So, I plan to move my money around too, right? Like I'm not gonna leave it all in one place. Like Anchor's one, Celsius is another good one. Celsius, you can earn 10% compounding interest on your stablecoins. No brainer. I'm gonna put my money in Celsius. I'm gonna put my money in Anchor. I'm gonna stake some on Crypto.com. Just spread it out all over the place. Yeah, 20% is sick. Yeah, I like this protocol a lot. Anchor too. I love this thing. I bought this at around like $4. I think. No, what was my average entry? I have it written down. $4.55 was my average entry for Anchor. And again, this is a project too that I've been shilling in our VIP Discord group. Guys, look. We talk about a lot. Any one of our setups would have been enough to pay for a VIP Discord group for years. And we've had like maybe, I don't know about dozens, but we've had a lot of really great calls in our VIP Discord group. So look, guys, if you want to support us, if you want access to the low cap gems and high probability setups that we're looking at, become a Discord member. You get access through our Patreon down in the description below. I mean, you could take a look at the timestamps when we talk about coins. We talk about Armor at 64 cents and went to like $2.33. Anchor at $4.55 and it went up, nearly $6. So, a bunch of great calls. Audius, for example, we called Audius at $1.55. What's that now? Anchor Audius is at $2.24. So those are some of the kind of the more recent ones that we called in our group. So yeah, folks, join our VIP Discord group if you want access to these kinds of setups. A link for that is down in the description below. And look, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't believe how many of you guys are here. I want to go because I got to wake up in the morning to pump out more videos for you guys. I got even more setups. I even wanted to record this Decentr video and like kind of just compile all this information, all the tokenomics stuff and all the roadmap stuff, because this is another low cap gem, and just because I like you guys so much, I might even just record that tonight and have it ready to go early in the morning. But yeah, let me guys know if you guys want me to keep going, if you guys have any questions here. So there's a few things here. I own half ETH. What happens if it goes to 2K? Do I lose my coin altogether, even if it goes back up? Help me, please, someone. Well, man, person, whoever you are, first thing I would say is learn what you're invested in, because it seems it's very clear you're new, and whenever you have money in something, you want to understand what you have money in. So you definitely do not lose your crypto if the price goes down. That's not how it works. Also, folks, like this is not crypto is not stocks. A lot of new people seem to confuse and seem to think that crypto are stocks and they're shares. Okay, they're not stocks, not shares. We're buying assets here. Okay, these are decentralized distributed protocols. Okay, they're not shares, they're not stocks. We are buying digital assets. That's what crypto is. All right. So I subscribe. Heck yeah, man. Appreciate that. Bam Bam. You're the greatest. Let's see here. I'm always looking to buy a link on the dips. Absolutely. Look, here's the thing. If I had to place my money in a super safe place, I would probably put it in a link. On a dip. I would want to wait for a dip. Awesome stream, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Sandy Amson says thank you. I say no, thank you. Thanks for your honesty. Yeah, man, look, here's the thing, too. I was new. Everyone's new, right? Like, we don't all start off with knowledge. It's all a learned process. But, you definitely want to learn what you're invested in. And, hey, stay tuned to the channel. Hopefully, you'll pick up on stuff, right? So, love the channel, my man. You should get some rest. I should. I've been rambling on a long time. I'll wrap this up. He does not need to be in this game. Okay. Yeah, I should wrap up here. So, I'll wrap up here. But before I do, I'm going to leave you guys with a high probability setup, just because I like you guys so much. That's the only reason. I could leave right now. I could finish it here. But I'm going to give you guys a high probability setup before I leave. So if you guys like the sound of that, do me a favor. Like, subscribe, share, and just click on every link, and I'll be a happy camper. So let's take a look here at 1 inch. We'll finish off with this. So I like 1 inch quite a lot. For those who don't know, 1 inch is an exchange aggregator, okay? I like 1inch because I don't have to bet on any one exchange winning over the other. Bancor, Uniswap, any of the other dozens of swaps out there. With 1inch, you just have to bet that swaps and exchanges will continue to succeed, which is the easiest bet in the world. And so this thing has been consolidating forever, from $3 to basically kind of $6.40. It's been within this channel, well, it's a wide channel, but basically within this range for months and months and months, while every other swap and exchange has been pumping, while Uniswap's been pumping, while PancakeSwap's been pumping. And it's finally broken out of the several month long range. Now, I haven't taken a look at the 1inch Bitcoin pairing, and I'm going to do it in real time with you guys because I bet you it's going to look interesting. I bet you anything it will look interesting. I haven't even taken a look, so we're going to see this in real time. And it looks interesting. Holy shit, folks. Look at this. This is the most bullish we've been since February. Months and months. Constant lower highs, lower lows. What are we seeing? Higher highs, higher lows. A complete shift in market structure. So the only thing I would caution is that, again, impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback. Impulse, haven't really had a pullback. So if we can just consolidate, and if we remain above these highs here, great spot dollar cost average your way into this thing. In my, if I hadn't already been in for a while, $6.50 around there is where I would be looking DCA. I think this thing's gonna be tens of dollars in 6 months to a year. Very bullish on this thing long term. So yeah, I'll leave you guys with this, folks. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, take care.